So I just came to my room and saw this huge catnap on the wall, and it literally says build me. And this is like a Lego Poppy Playtime? I don't remember that Lego has Poppy Playtime sets. And this is a knife. I don't know, I guess I'm supposed to open it with a knife and build it? Guys, is it normal that smoke's coming out of the box? Okay, this is a paw of some sort. Here we have, maybe it's a leg? Let's take all the parts out of the box and build it. Wow, it actually looks like a catnap. But where's his head? Well, I'm looking for the head. Let me tell you what this episode is all about. Today we'll be building the scariest characters from Poppy Playtime. And for each of them, I'll recreate a scene from the game. Like the catnap attack, nightmare Huggy Wuggy coming from the TV, and Mommy Longlegs jump scares. Okay, I finally found his head. We just need to attach his teeth, and I think he has way too many. OMG, it's a nightmare version of Catnap. Look at these claws and ribs. It is pretty scary. But later in this video, I will also build the normal version of Catnap and all other characters using scary tools. And I will even recreate all their deaths from the game. So let's start with Miss Delight, that stalks you when the lights go out. And her scariest feature is her face. So let's take a drill and start sculpting her beautiful smile first. Her smile comes off satisfyingly. Now when it's done, we can paint her face. I'm starting with the mouth. Then we can add red paint for blood on her face, and after the finishing touches, we have a very accurate Miss Delight. Now let's give her a barb, and boom, she's done. She still looks better than my math teacher. And I crafted an actual real-size barb. Let's test it on someone.
Not again.
Our next monster to recreate is DogDay. He was shown pretty brutally in the game, crucified in a jail cell. And without legs. Wow, that's creepy. So let's start by building a replica of a jail cell, using tiles for the walls and adding some chains for accuracy. Okay, now DogDay himself. He has pretty big paws, big eyes, and the best part, huge fluffy ears. He looks like a really good boy now, but not like in the game at all. So let's make him look a little more accurate. Let's place the puppy on the cutting board. Yeah. Okay, now he's lore accurate. And here are some tiny smiling critters I made. Wow. Aren't they adorable with all their colorful trinkets? I'm sure they won't hurt anybody. Okay, they look too much like cockroaches, and since I like DogDay so much, let's help him. It worked. Now, when I bought some time for DogDay, let's give him a healthy dog treat full of calcium. Good as new. Next, let's build Mommy Longlegs. She's all pink with orange hair, and I have these two minifigures. One with orange hair, another all pink, so let's just combine them. Wow, it worked. Now let's paint her face. She has this very friendly mouth and huge eyes. I think I'm an artist. She also has a dress and gloves, so I painted them. Look, she went to catch the sun in order to dry the paint out. Now she looks finished. But what about her legs? They're too short. She's more like Mommy Short Legs right now. And in the game, she's famous for having very long and thin legs. What about using long spaghetti as her limbs? First, let's stuff gum inside her legs. I think it's stuck there forever now. And now we can add spaghetti. And for the hands, we can use these sour candies. Wow, she looks like Mommy Longlegs already. Okay, it doesn't hold on very tightly, but it looks like she can stretch just like in the game now. Is it close enough, guys? The answer is no, because this one is not scary enough. So let me build a big one out of bricks. So here I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 joints for her long arms. This will be her legs, and you can already see that they are very flexible, just like in the game. I'll cover her belly with this big dish piece, and we only need to build her head now. I made her hair from these long pieces, and finally, her big eyes. And look, she has a sausage instead of a mouth. Wow, this one is very big and very scary. So let's recreate this scene where she's chasing the player down in the long corridor. Okay, somebody give him a new pair of pants. What about building the most huggable monster ever? Huggy Wuggy himself. And I already have a Huggy Wuggy minifigure, but I think I played too many horror games because this version isn't scary for me at all. OMG, I just realized he actually has hands with fingers, and I put them in the wrong order. But anyway, I'll build Huggy Wuggy from Chapter 3 when he appears from the TV screen. And I already prepared all the parts, so we just need to click them all together. His whole body is a bit warped in the Nightmare version, so I'm giving him a lot of joints for legs and arms to mimic the look. But the most cursed thing about him is his face. Just look at the amount of teeth he has. Oh my god! So here's his lips and eyes. Wait, now he looks like a granny Huggy.
Back in my days, kids were actually afraid of me.
But I also have a lot of teeth, and I actually feel like I'm a dentist right now, but it's taking forever. That will be an infinite amount of dollars, please. And now I present to you a very thick-looking Huggy Wuggy and a beautiful set of teeth. And to recreate the actual scene, let's build a room with a radiator, fire extinguisher, this old-school TV, and for the final touch, the Huggy Wuggy cutout in the corner. Now, when the player goes close enough to the TV...
Welcome home.
I don't want to look at this. Thank God it was only a nightmare. Our next character is the most mysterious one, because all we know about him is his voice.
My name is Ali. Nice to meet you.
So I'll just build this phone from the game using all the red bricks I have. Black studs for this smiley speaker, antenna, and for some reason this phone has eyes, so I'll also build them. Now the phone can stare at you. And for the buttons, I printed the exact replica from the game, and after sticking them on the phone, we got Ollie!
Hey, there's someone else in there too. You're not your...
I think it's for you. The next scene I want to recreate is this sad one, where Kissy Missy is looking at her younger self. Starting with the room part, I'll build a small bedroom with colorful tiles on the walls and 2 beds. And now for her minifig. I got this knockoff one for a couple of dollars. She looks quite harmless if you ask me. Now Kissy can look at herself in despair. Oof, I'd be sad too if I looked like that. But let's try to cheer her up by throwing Kissy a party. I'll build a cheerful room with these translucent parts for the walls. Firework decorations, a disco ball, and of course, speakers, and invite Kissy to the party. But sad faces are not allowed, so let's build another version of Kissy, this time a happy one. I also invited Jax, Pepe the Frog, Creeper, this random guy, Mega Minion Jerry, this creepy dude, and who's this?
I'm Batman.
But the best part is that if you turn off the lights and use this UV, the whole party room will start to glow. Okay, I spent like 40 bucks on it, but not gonna lie, this looks sick. Next, I will build your favorite character, Catnap. He's a cute purple cat that likes to put kids to sleep. And wears this nice moon as a necklace. Wait, this one's wrong. It's from when he was a child or something. Hold on, let me give him some food.
Yummy, yummy.
Okay, then I will build this huge version of Catnap. Starting from these spikes on his back, and they are actually sharp. Then let's build his head, with these funny ears that swivel a bit. And here's his necklace. And we also have this nice big smile and eyes, just like in the game. Now, limbs. They need to be long, so I'm using a lot of joint pieces. Now, that's all the parts I need to build a Catnap, so we just need to click it all together. Wow, that's kinda cursed. Okay, let's try again. Okay, now I think I got it right. Ta-da! Wow, it looks hella creepy with these long limbs, and here's his necklace, although I think they forgot to put one of his nails. And to go with Catnap, I want to recreate how he kills with his iconic sleepy gas. So cover your noses, guys. No, not this gas. We will need to use a smoke machine for this one. And I built a basement from this scene, filled with boxes and conveyor belts. And now we can just leave our player here, and let's see what will happen when the room fills with gas. As a quick bonus round, let's test these 2 versions of Catnap I accidentally bought and see which one will win the fight. On the right, we have a nightmare version of Catnap. It has a long, flexible tail, insanely creepy mouth, and it's kinda crusty. On the left, we have ordinary Catnap, and this one, for some reason, doesn't have any eyes. He looks like he's staring into your soul. Now, let's see which version will win the fight. They started fighting and immediately lost their limbs. And now the head. Oh my god, I've never seen a cat fight like this.
He needs some milk.
And now, guys, I went a little crazy. I bought every single Despicable Me Lego set out there. So, let's start with the smallest one. This one's tiny, 33 pieces, from the Kung Fu scene in The Rise of Gru. We've got Bob, Kevin, and Bell Bottom, and spoiler alert, she gets defeated. And Gru? Oh, why does he look like he's been hitting the gym? Where's his nose? All right, much better. Now I'm gonna be building every set and combining them into one giant Minion Utopia. Let's grab another banana and keep going. All right, so underneath Gru's mansion, there's a secret lab. And guess what? Lego has a set for that. Let's build it. Oh my God, guys, I suddenly found this weird piece. Dude, I'm suing Lego right now. This set comes with Otto and Kevin, and I've always loved how the Minions go wild in the lab. That's why this set has so many fun features for them to enjoy. Like this red roller coaster that comes with a cart. It's like, there's also a slide where the Minion slides down with a banana vibe. Look at this, guys. There's even a washing machine. Let's throw the Minions inside. But of course, the lab wouldn't be complete without Dr. Nefario. First, let's make this Muppet minifigure and dip it into paint. Oops, now his glasses are covered, so I'll need to use my painting skills to fix that. Nice, just like in the movie. I also love the scene where Bob drinks the potion, so we're gonna recreate that using a real helium balloon. And off he goes! Looks like he's not coming back anytime soon. So, I was super excited to open this Lego set, but then this happened. A banana fell out. What the heck, Lego? It's supposed to be a banana car, not an actual banana. Okay, I guess that's what I have to work with now. So, I'm challenging myself to turn this banana into a car. This is some next level engineering. After adding the axles and attaching the wheels, I started working on the slot for the engine. I used a very careful insertion technique, using a scalpel like a surgeon. I also made more space and then added the driver's seat, steering wheel, and this handle. That felt so satisfying. And now, the finished car. In your face, Lego! Here's the hottest car in town! It's so fast! I'm afraid I'll get a speeding ticket. Look at it go! This is the fastest banana I've ever seen! Okay, I think I need glasses because there were actually some Lego pieces stuck to the bottom of the box that I didn't see, so I ended up making the banana car out of them. The build itself wasn't hard because the car is small. But now, let's test which one is faster. The real banana car or the Lego one. After a quick test drive, it turns out they're pretty much the same in terms of speed, but the real banana car leaves your hands all sticky. So I'd say the Lego one is definitely better. Wait, where are the Minions from the box? What the heck, guys? I only left this banana unattended for 1 second. You're supposed to be professionals and have some patience. I always wanted to build the Minions and Gru's family mansion, so I was very happy when Lego released it. It's huge, so let's see what's behind it. Wow, it has so many features, like this left side that spins, and it even has a toilet with a fresh toilet paper roll. On the right side, we have a ladder for getting to the second floor, and this tiny box with cookies inside that later turned into a dancing army of robots. And upstairs, there's a rocket bed for the girls to sleep in, Gru's living room with a chair for relaxing and plotting. And wait, is that a cupcake or Gru Jr.'s poop? And finally, the family's portrait. It also comes with mega minions, like Tim with his stretchy arms, Jerry the Rock, he's the tough one, and Mel, who can shoot a laser through his eye. But let's cursify them even more. For that, I found these yellow tubes for Tim's arms, so let's attach them. Ooh, his arms look insane. He does look more cursed, and I think Tim will enjoy slapping people a lot more now. And Mel can have a bigger laser for unleashing his powers. Damn, he's gone now. And finally, Mega Jerry. Let's test if he survives the ultimate destruction test by throwing the mansion on him. Yep, he's the goat. But what's that inside his head? Okay, you're out, bro. And we're left with the treehouse with Agnes party bongos and this rope you can slide from. And now I've realized that the car is missing, so let's build the Gru-mobile ourselves. I used lots of bricks for that, and it's time to see if Gru's parking skills are still as wild. Yep, now the mansion is really complete. Damn, this next set is small, but let's see what's inside and speed build it. Oh, this is Tim on a jetboard, and he has a freeze gun. I remember when Gru froze people who were standing in line for coffee using the freeze ray, and it was a despicable act. But what will Tim do with it? Tim uses the freeze ray, and suddenly our minions are ice cubes. He definitely learned that from Gru. And now for the next set, I've snapped 5 brick-built minions and a dancing Gru into existence. Well, Gru is trying to dance, but he's definitely not as smooth as he is in the movie. Next, we have Kevin with his funny fart gun. Then there's Dave, sporting his AVL outfit. Then we have the guy who says "Bidoo" a lot. And Jerry, along with Mel, with their beach outfits, maracas, and a ukulele. Oh no, Gru. Please, not the dab. Gru's nose can actually move, which is pretty cool. And he has 4 weird cursed fingers. He's a bit stiff in the hips though. But then I remembered I had this drill lying around. So let's just see how fast we can spin this thing. Let me just make space for the drill here, and let's begin. Oh, the minions are flying away. This looks so satisfying. Just look at them flying off in slow-mo. But enough games. Let's call 911 for them. Next up, we have another tiny polybag. But I'm excited to see how it looks once it's built. It has 75 pieces and 1 minifigure. What is this machine for Bob? That's a weird Pokemon. I love his crazy eyes and the long, flexible, robotic arms in this version. Also, look what a cool gun he has. And it can actually shoot. I think this minifig is from that scene where Bob escaped the police with the help of those long arms, but I have this long stick, and I thought, what if I made one of his arms even longer? Now that's a robotic arm and a half, literally. Now it's time for Bob to test his new arms versus a police car. His long arms keep him safe as the car doesn't even hit him. But what about something a little bigger, like this Lego train? Guys, we should leave. Next up is the plane set. So let's go ahead and build it. Surprisingly, it's not that tiny. It's actually a decent size. The set comes with Stuart, who's the pilot. He's got a snobby-looking eye and a very serious expression. But what's this? He's holding a Minion passport. And he's also carrying a briefcase full of peanuts. I guess he might be an actual steward after all, handing out snacks on the flight. And of course, we have Bob. Oh, what's that he's holding? Is that a fart gun? Let's test it out. Yep, it's definitely a fart gun. Inside the plane, there's a hot dog, and thankfully there's a toilet in the back. It's a lifesaver because things can get pretty turbulent up in the air. In the movie, the flight seemed fine, but then the pilot started pushing all the buttons, which led to a pretty rough landing. So this spot will be our makeshift airport. And it broke.
Mission failed.
That landing didn't go so well. But hey, at least we found a survivor. So we have a set based on the unstoppable bike chase scene. Let's build this one next. It has 136 pieces, and of course, it comes with a super cool bike, 3 minifigs, and a minion cart. Ta-da! Here's the completed bike with the super detailed engine design. I love it. Next, we've got my favorite little guys, Stuart and Bob. Let's just hope they will behave today. Then, let's build Gru, or more specifically, a young Gru. But his legs are too long for my liking, so let's trim them a little. Ah, much better. Next, I'll sculpt Gru's nose out of clay and add it to the minifig to make him look like he does in the movie. And his outfit's not black enough, so I'm gonna paint him with a marker. Oops, I'll just fix it later. Now he looks much more like he does in the movie. Finally, I can put Gru on the bike where he belongs. But instead of keeping the cart, I'm swapping it out for something even better, a birthday candle. I'll make sure it's really secure by gluing it in place. And I'm using a golden chain I crafted to attach bell bottom to the bike. This is gonna be epic. Now, watch what happens when I press this red button. The bike spews fire, just like in the movie. Bell bottom definitely got what she deserved for messing with Gru. But, oh no, I think I accidentally burned my table. Damn. And now it's time to go big with the brick-built Minion set. Oh wow, they're huge and fit in hand very satisfyingly. And it reminds me of that one scene where Kevin became a giant. The coolest feature though is that you can open them up, and inside you'll find a small living area for the minions. The amount of detail is amazing. There's even a bed for the smaller Stuart to sleep inside the larger Stuart. That's so meta. Stuart's eye can also rotate from the inside, which is a nice touch. As for Kevin, he's a big boy, and inside, you can see he's really into his science. There's a bunch of tools for inventing and experiments, along with a well-detailed lab setup. They're already pretty wild, but I've got something special for them, a light kit just for this set. It's a lot of lights, and it took me some time to upgrade the minions with them, but I'm blown away by how cool they look now. Wow, just look at this, it's so cute. And now they also kinda look like cars from the Fast and Furious. Next, we have the exciting Minions Party Bus set. As soon as you open the rooftop, the bus transforms into a full-on dance floor with the special guest for this party, DJ Phil. He's up there, laying down some fire beats behind the deck, really turning up the energy for the Minions. An actual party on wheels. We also have Dave singing karaoke into a banana. Meanwhile, Mel is chilling with a cocktail in hand, soaking in the jacuzzi. But let's install some lights to upgrade this party bus. Wow, it looks so much cooler now. I think I like this bus even more. We have the super-powered Mega Minion Gus. He looks a bit down, so let's throw him straight into the heart of the party to cheer him up. In the movie, the bus was packed to the brim with minions. So let's see how many we can cram into our bus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, this one's way too young to be at this party. Bye. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like Dave is gonna have to chill on your head for a bit. This whole scene really feels like a packed can of sardines. But we did it. And here's our poor driver who looks completely stressed out, just like in the movie. He's definitely feeling the pressure with all these wild minions on board. Let's move it and park it right next to Gru's mansion. And of course, we'll blast music all night long and keep the party going. The last set is based on the Kung Fu scene from one of the movies. So I started by building the dragon head, attached the body, added the beautiful tail, and used these sticks for support. Wait, did Lego really use frogs for the dragon's ears? Next, I quickly built a catapult, and it looks pretty sturdy. Although I guess you're not supposed to aim it at anyone's face. Safety first, right? And while I built the temple itself, I found this peeled banana. And oh boy, here we have a golden banana. It's so golden, I'm gonna lose it. And they included even more cool pieces like this blaster used for the Chinese lanterns, tons of red bananas for the roof decorations, and stud shooters as fireworks. But the minions actually need to train, so I've got a training dummy ready for them. And it looks like some pretty intense training lies ahead. Building the dummy was not very hard, but the mechanism it sits on is very cool. Unfortunately, all three minions aren't in their best form right now. Otto looks kinda dumb, Kevin seems sad and hopeless, and Stuart, well, let's not even talk about him. But before we start, I decided to upgrade Otto's arms for more power. Let's begin. Otto begins with banana snatching, and Stuart did this crazy flip to take the stick. Back to Otto, he's now occupied with the dummy. Oh snap, he knocked the dummy down. Kevin is determined to split this plank in half. Nope, that doesn't work. Can someone help Kevin out? Okay, Otto steps in again. Thanks, Otto. Meanwhile, Stuart is doing some extreme parkour on the roof. And for the grand finale, we're doing a little Kobeing. I put Kevin in the catapult and sent him through a basketball hoop. But just when things were getting wild, Gru's mom showed up and kicked their butts. I couldn't find anyone who looked quite like her, but Marge Simpson has those same crazy eyes that angry moms get. Okay guys, it's time to assemble the ultimate Minion Utopia with all the sets. I'm also adding a bushy banana forest, a beach bar, and a jacuzzi. I built a massive water slide that leads straight into the open ocean. I made a dance floor with DJ Stewart spinning tracks. Let's hope Gru doesn't call the cops on us. And since Gru lives on an island, I also placed a lab right underneath, just like in the movie. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This one was very tough to make. Bye-bye.